What's up, gang? I am Coach Christine. So excited to be here with you today to deliver your daily dose number 13. And it's bright and early in the morning for me, but I brought some fun stuff to share with you guys. And I've got my little bag here ready to roll. And so today we're going to talk about how to save money. And which who doesn't want to save money realistically, right? Everybody wants to save money. And talk about some tips on food storage, so meal prep storage, and show you some options. And then really the idea is just to kind of get you guys thinking and talking about, what's worked for you, perhaps sharing your secrets in storage and prep and saving some cold hard cash, and just kind of sharing with each other so you can build each other's toolkits, which is really exciting in my opinion. So first thing first, let's talk about how prepping can really actually save you money. So it can actually save you time too if you plan ahead a little bit. So one of the things that I love to do is think about this with like grocery delivery or grocery pickup. Like where I live, I have to drive an hour to the grocery store. I don't know about you guys, but I have a 5-year-old as well. And as much as I love shopping with a toddler, uh, and him putting everything into my cart and asking for everything, if I can set up my grocery delivery ahead of time, it tends to save me not only time, where I can go down and just pick up my groceries, and not have to bring my 5-year-old into the store, which is even better. Or, and on the other hand of that, like save you some money, right? Like I'm going to plan ahead. I'm going to put everything that I need into my cart. I already know what I'm making for this week. So it really can cut down on those impulse buys, which is something we maybe don't even realize we're doing. But if you have a child, you understand. So going online, like I know there's Instacart, there's Walmart, there's a bunch of different places that make this available. And how cool is it to be able to just go down, pick up your groceries, or at least in my case, I have to drive down the hill, down the mountain, and pick up my groceries, and then be able to do something else with that time rather than spend all that time in the grocery store. And I won't buy those impulse things, those things calling out to me in the checkout line. So that is really one little tip for saving some money on your groceries. The other part is meal prep. So prepping your meals ahead of time, first of all, it's going to take the guesswork out of it, right? So if you struggle with kind of waiting way too long to eat and getting hangry, this can be great because you're like, okay, I got my stuff made. I'm just going to grab into my refrigerator, and there it is. It's done. I don't have to like think about it. I'm busy. It's done, which is like the best thing ever. So today we're going to talk about some different options for storage of your meal prep, which maybe you've thought about. Maybe you're already a boss at it, but maybe you haven't thought about it yet. So I'm just going to show you guys some of these different options that I brought here with me today. Everybody knows good old Tupperware, right? This is a Rubbermaid, whatever. And this also doesn't have to cost a lot of money. So you probably have a bunch of these guys or something like this hanging out in your cabinet already. Maybe you're not utilizing it to its full advantage. This one has some different little storage spaces, so I can have a separation of my food if you're like my son and don't want your food to touch. So that's one option. And I like to have different sizes because then you can have, like, this one's great for like a full meal, right? And I could stack up like 5 or 6 or 7 of these in the fridge, and boom, 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 that's my whole meal prep for the whole week. But maybe you want to store some snacks. Maybe you want to store some sides. These are good for like yogurt, hummus, those kind of things, right? So we've got these little guys. This one's Rubbermaid also. Then on the other end of the spectrum, really thinking about different types of material. So this is a glass, this is a mason jar. I'm obsessed with these right now for my overnight oats. It's like the perfect size of a serving of overnight oats, but this could be a good resource as well. Maybe you have some mason jars, maybe you have glass containers, maybe you have some aluminum or tin containers. I actually have some containers at home that are just made of this type of material. And remember that thinking about reheating, right? So like these guys you can reheat in, but this guy you'd have to take the metal top off if you're going to do it in the microwave, for example. Same thing with like a metal tin. Reuse, 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 you guys, because that's going to save you money, right? On the other end of the spectrum, though, you need to be realistic. So I want to save money. I can use things that I have in my house already, right? So like empty things of butter, empty things of yogurt, those kind of things could be a really like low cost item that you might already have that you could rewash and reuse. Another option though is to do things like baggies, right? So these are all bags that I can have reused. You can kind of tell this one's a little beat up. And we just wash them and reuse them. This one had lean in it. This is from a client. How cute is that? My son loves Star Wars. So we've got these bags that you can use to load up like snacks for the week, for example. These are great for snacks, right? So maybe I'm going to fill this with some nice green veggies. And then I have a bigger bag here, which I could actually be like, okay, this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday worth of that snack. Slide it in there. I'm going to put my hummus in here maybe. or whatever, and then I'm good to go. So I've seen a lot of ladies have really good success with meal prepping in this way. So we need to be realistic. Sometimes we get really caught up in like, oh my gosh, I need to be environmentally conscious and I need to make sure everything is perfect and reusable. But the question is, are you going to do it? That's really question number one. Like, what is a barrier that I might come in contact with this? If your barrier is dishes, if like the thought of like, if I'm going to eat that, then I have to wash it, will make you not eat it or not do your meal prep, just eliminate that obstacle in the beginning. And then over time, maybe you evolve to using reusable things, but we need to build the habit first. So think about what realistically you are going to do. So those are just some options that I showed you guys to prep and store your meals, which is really like the sky's the limit. And I like to tell my clients, like, look, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So think about what's worked for you in the past. Think about maybe something you haven't tried before and be willing to try it and see if it works. And then just be mindful of that, right? Like, okay, that bag method, it worked. This part of it worked for me. That part of it didn't work for me. I really rather use mason jars, or, I have all these containers kicking around my house anyways. I'm going to use those at least to start, right? Like you don't need to go out and buy anything to start. Just start. And then over time, you'll evolve into understanding what you like and what works for you. And then maybe you do decide to buy something, but don't go spend a ton of money on Tupperware if you're not going to use it. Okay, or whatever it is, or whatever kind of containers it is. So what I'd like to hear from you guys today is, how will you store your meal prep? So in the comments below, make sure to click I'm done, and then tell me or show me what you're going to do, what you're going to try at least, or share with the group what you've had success with, or thinking about maybe a new method. Like maybe I'm going to try that bag method. Maybe I'm going to try some mason jars. So I want to hear and see from you guys. I'm super excited to see how you are going to store your meal prep and save all the money. Share in the comments below, and I can't wait to see what you guys are doing and what you come up with. I'm Coach Christine. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you all have a fantastic Saturday.